And welcome back to Tight Sports, everyone. Welcome back to Tight Sports. I know everybody, just like myself, we're getting ready for another great weekend of Alabama football, and more importantly, Alabama victory, roll tide. But before we get to that, I want to take a look at what's going on in the top 25. More importantly, what's happening in the top 25 that will help Alabama rise from number 8 to something even higher. So just taking a look at that, Clemson, Notre Dame. Can't do no man. Ohio State, Rutgers, that ain't nothing. Oh, Tennessee. Then we have Texas A&M, Ole Miss with that. Been there, done those. Okay, now here's one. Here's one. Number 23, Kansas State, going up against Texas. Oh my. Let's what do they call themselves? What's the name of them? Go Wildcats. You know what I'm saying? We can get Texas out of the way. That'll really help. And then we got let's see, Arizona State, Utah. That does nothing for me at all. Oh, congratulations, Air Force. I mean, 8-0 in the 25th spot. I told you. I mean, I don't know where I am as far as being the most patriotic, but hey, I welcome the Air Force Academy, West Point or Annapolis into the college football playoffs with 2 losses. That's the kind of person I am. What about you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they can go undefeated. I say put them in there, cause you gotta, it's one thing, everybody. Even though Alabama's team is not in the best shape they can be in, but those guys may lack in size. Oh, they fit as I don't know what. I mean, and then when they get to the point they actually got some swag because they know how to execute on a football field, that would be a tough out in a in a playoff situation. It may do something to you. Okay, who is this? Maryland's playing who? Penn State. James Franklin. I am so ashamed of you. I don't know if it's a shame or just man. Anyway, Florida State. That can't. Pittsburgh. Help me if you can. I mean, oh. Now this is going to be a game I'm gonna watch. This is not the Red River. What is it? This is Bedlam. Oh yeah, Oklahoma number 9, Oklahoma State 22. I'm gonna watch that. You know why? Gundy's a man. He's a man. If you ain't never, I'm telling you, if you too young and you've never seen Mike Gundy go off when he was 40 years old, talk about he was a man and all this stuff. It was classic. He was right, but it was classic. It was a classic rant. You got to see that. Okay, now here's one that can help out a lot. Come on, Tigers. Come on, Tigers. Everybody stand up and cheer for the Missouri Tigers as they enter in between the hedges to go up against the number 2. Number 2? 2-time defending champs? Hadn't lost a game in 2.5 years? At the highest level of football? Disrespectful. Just disrespectful. I don't know, AP, I mean, maybe they were like me. They studied well in school and got these jobs and stuff. I don't know who these people are, but I just describe them as
mischievous and deceitful,
yeah.
chicanerous
Yes.
and deplorable.
That's a good, that's how I would describe them. I don't know what they're thinking about. Okay, Kansas at 21, doesn't matter to me much. Purdue against Michigan. Hey, Boilermakers, I mean, if you could throw a brother a bone. Here's a game I'm definitely going to watch too. And contrary to what many may think, Washington versus USC. Washington's number 5. Caleb Williams and the Trojans are number 20. And no, I do not wish to see Washington lose. I like Michael Penix Jr. I want this man to be the first pick in the draft. I do not want him to win the Heisman Trophy because the Heisman Trophy, I'm not saying it's cursed, but it's cursed. So, Michael Penix Jr., I think they have too much firepower for USC. They are visiting the Trojans, but Caleb Williams is like a one-man army. I would say a one-man band down there. His defense is unreliable, and Washington has a little defense, so I definitely be watching that game just to check those brothers out. But I do think that Washington walks away with the victory in that one. What are they? They favored by 3 points. Over and under is 76.5. Wow. I think they'll win by more than 3. But 76.5. I don't know about that. Oh, y'all best friends calling me right now. Scam likely. maybe you maybe you heard of him. Let's see what we got now. UCLA Arizona game. And when I say highlights, I mean I have the ability to watch what they call the key plays. But Arizona has this Desert Swarm is back now. I don't know what happened to them earlier in the season. I just saw them when they were playing, I guess, they were playing USC, and they had this quarterback, Fafita, and this running back, Jonah Coleman, who are just relentless out there and very tough, hard-hitting defense, and I will be watching that. But, oh, yeah, Oregon State, I'll be watching the game, too, because they're playing Colorado. They'll be going out there to post another L on top of Coach Prime. Not to say Prime not going to put him in a fight, but he said it. He said it, I didn't. He don't have a lineman. I've seen Uiguayale at quarterback at Ohio State. He's a Beaver, junior quarterback, and he's doing his thing. They said he couldn't do his thing at Clemson. They told that man to go home, learn how to throw a football. Get up out of here. Get out of here. Get now. That's what Dabo told him. Not Dabo done lost like 4 games. Since they told that man to get on about his business. But I do expect the 6-2 Oregon State Beavers to take Colorado out. They just, you can bring a bunch of players in there, but they got to know how to play. And need time to put things together and get big linemen and things in and whatever. Like I said, if Arizona State, I think they play Arizona. I'm sorry, when they play Colorado, we'll be able to see. Sometimes you just gotta know what you're doing. Not always who's doing it. Saban won in 2009 because he went out and he recruited his butt off. Took him 3 years to put a winner together. So we at least got to give Coach Prime 3 years to get his players in place. Now, many believe, as do I, soon as Shiloh gets up out of there and Shador bids Boulder adieu, Coach Prime going to be hitting the road, Jack. Time to go. Get the U-Haul in here. Where my not my music. What my moving music? Well, moving on up to the east side to a deluxe apartment in the south. Because we're going to move on up and get us some linemen, and we're not going to make them travel past 10 states and 32 programs in a Power 5 conference to get here. Come on, man. You're going to be recruiting out of Texas and Oklahoma, against Texas, Oklahoma State, Texas A&M, Texas Tech, and a whole plethora of people throwing money at them to come to Boulder, Colorado. Come on, man. Come on down here. We'll find a team. Maybe you get the South Carolina job. You probably could do well. My son said the other day, what happens if you went to Georgia State? Because it's in the middle of Atlanta. Georgia State be switching conferences in 3 to 4 years, and they would be a threat for a national championship run. Seriously. I'm just telling you, he does have that kind of influence. That's for real. Okay, looking at the SEC, you got a bunch of stinkers. Let's see, the Pigs playing against the leather suit, the alligator suitcases down there in the swamp. Nobody cares. South Carolina, come on, man. Come on, man. My boy, man, my quarterback now. It's my quarterback. I'm Spencer Rattler. I'm really hoping that Spencer Rattler can put it together and one day, get into the NFL and may not be a starter right out because he got a lot to learn, but nothing else. He can come to Pittsburgh and get rid of Matt Rudolph and Mitch Trubisky. They have no business being on a Pittsburgh Steelers sideline. That's for real. Come on, Spencer, get it together. Got to get you into the combine, son. You got arm talent, and I'm hoping the best for you. If you can't beat Jacksonville State, though, you're gonna have some problems. 2-6, South Carolina. God, had so much promise. Remember how they played the game well against Georgia? You just have to do that. Just don't get amped up because they're your border rival. The whole team just got to get amped up and play that way all the time. Get it together. Anyway, Tennessee's playing the Huskies, as I stated. Texas A&M. Oh, here's a game of interest. I'm hoping that Vanderbilt gets the win over Auburn. Just because it'll make a lot of my buddies just drive them absolutely crazy. If they drop that game to Vanderbilt, I can't say a bunch of words I want to say, but please keep the hotlines,
Your call cannot be completed.
The hotlines, all them 800 numbers don't need to be fully ablaze. And here's a team, wow. Kentucky is playing Mississippi State. I'm going to watch the Vanderbilt game because, I can smile at least until, we get started at 7:45. But I'll be watching that. Some kind of way I'm going to keep in contact, keep up with that game so I can just see how awful it really is. See, because if I look out there and Auburn looks just like Vandy, I'm not worried about the Iron Ball. And Auburn is like 2 or 3 plays better than Vandy, I'll know just how bad they are because we all know they are horrible right now. Let's see. Kentucky, Mississippi State. I go back to that. Kentucky just lost. Man, they lost their quarterback, and it's been messed up ever since then. And I feel sorry for the guy at Mississippi State. When he's on the sideline, he's looking like not like I don't need to be here or why am I here. He's like, man, I can't wait till 3 years from now because it's not going to be like this. But I have a secret for him. It would be exactly like that. So, ain't nothing about to change at Mississippi State no time soon. Sorry for shaking the table. I'm trying to work out my camera stuff. But anyway, just sit back and enjoy. Now let's get ready. Let's go into Crimson Tide Jedi mode. No. But they do need to sound the alarm. Sound the alarm, because all the naysayers, they're saying it. Yeah. Okay. Alabama is on upset alert. I read those articles 2 days ago. I saw the videos yesterday. Every week, the people they took a chance and called Texas. And then when we lost to Texas, it's over. And Nick Saban and this quarterback, Milroe, why do they have him in there? It's just a bunch of talk, a bunch of yakety yak. I am not paying them people no attention. What is going on with that? I'm not paying them no attention, but I know that, and I hate to do comparisons like this, but when I saw that LSU, they lost to Florida State, which is a good team, but the way they lost, it took a beat down. And when I look out there and I see that they lost to Ole Miss, not only did they lose to Ole Miss, they let Ole Miss score 55 points. And they've let a lot of teams giving up a lot of points. Now, they score a lot. That's how that coach likes to do it. But I remember him at Notre Dame. Anybody remember that? Huh? Are we looking at Notre Dame in the SEC. Or maybe we're looking at a coach that just doesn't know how to put it all together, offense and defense, because their defense is weak. It wasn't even this bad last year, and from my recollection. But I'm saying this year, I've seen the Alabama team come back from Texas defeat. I thought they made 10% improvements every week, and we're seeing those improvements all the time in every game. So they really had a really solid, complete game, including the offensive coordinator, Coach Reese. Coach Reese, he's trusting the run. They're establishing the run. They're making more sensible throws with Milroe. They're not trying to treat him like he's Bryce. Not even trying to treat him like Jalen. But they're just making sense out there. So do I think we can win by 3 points? 1 point. Our defense is better than theirs. 2 points. We've been playing excellent on special teams. And number 3, they got to come see us. So, yes, I say Alabama wins tomorrow. And I think it's going to be a shocker. It's going to make everybody kind of sit back like they did versus Tennessee. They was like, oh, no. Well, we thought, Tennessee was, last year they had them. And Tennessee's kind of running the ball on everybody. Think we never seen a running quarterback? And I've seen them. Unless they have Cam Newton signed again to an LSU scholarship, he going to have to show me. Show me you're going to go out there and run and throw like that on Alabama. Please. The whole game. Not for a quarter. Not for 2 quarters. But for 4 whole quarters. Because I think we run the ball. We got to play ball control. Those little quick tempo offenses and little speed them ups, and they like to run a lot of plays and throw you off. One thing about them, they got to have rhythm. And when you run the ball and you move the ball methodically down the field, it would be something if Alabama ends up 21 to 6 at halftime. That game would be over. They wouldn't know what to do. Like, even 17-6 would be a problem for them. Because that means we're having 8-minute drives. I think you will find the tide's going to roll tomorrow. Do you agree? Comment below. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. And please like this video. Subscribe to our channel. I'm only about a couple things. And the Alabama Crimson Tide is one of them. Other than that, enjoy the game tomorrow. Be safe. And have a great one.